Welcome to episode 1 of the 14-foot Jon Boat Build. In this build series, I'm going to walk you through the entire process of buying a boat, fixing it up, and getting it ready for the water. I think I found a really good deal on a 1448. I'm not entirely sure of the sizing. I'm going to have to check it out when I get there, but from the pictures, it looks really clean. It comes with a trailer and a non-running engine. The engine I'm planning on just flipping. That'll just help lower the overall investment to the boat. But just a helpful tip for anyone out there going to buy a used boat, always bring a set of tools. Some of the things I bring with me are a jack in case I need to change a trailer tire, sockets and everything in case I need to tighten anything down or change tires. I always try to grease the trailer before I leave. That way it gives us the best chance of getting home without any issues. I have my 2-inch ball hitch already hooked up to the truck, and I have a smaller one in the truck just in case it doesn't match up to what the trailer is. All right, I've got the garage cleared out and ready to go. Cash in hand, tools in the truck. Let's go get this thing. All right, guys, well, we're home. This is a 1437, not a 36. I actually measured the floor width. It's a 37. Previous owner had some floors installed. I was happy to see it was not pressure treated wood. There's no corrosion under the floors. I checked that before I bought it. This is the 14-foot Mod V setup with a 6 horsepower Mariner motor and a galvanized trailer. In addition to everything you see here, the anchor system, there is already seat mounts installed. These are going to get pulled out and redone differently, but I'm going to be reusing the seat mount base. So that's a huge cost savings there. I've got a couple things that came with this, including a trolling motor and 2 seats. So that again is recouping money. I'll probably sell the seats themselves, but keep the pole bases. And like I said, just keep recouping money all around. It has a battery box. There's no batteries in the box, but it is a battery box, so that's always a good thing to have. Probably going to be pulling out all this wiring. It's got some rod holders I might try to reuse if I can clean them up. We've got a trolling motor quick disconnect plug over here. So lots of usable stuff. Overall, it's in pretty good condition. It's a little beat up on the sides, but honestly, that's not going to matter. You're not going to see it. It's going to be in the water. The only damage that I could find on the boat was look like up front here, which is a common place that happens, and it was fixed correctly with welding. So I'm really happy to see that. Charlie needs some love up here. The jack stand was installed wrong, so it's sitting at an angle, which is causing the whole front of the boat to kind of torque over. So that's got to get fixed. I haven't really dug into the boat too much. First thing I'm going to do is get the outboard and gas tank out. That way it's just set aside for whenever somebody wants to buy that, they can come and get it. And then we'll start digging into it. So I'm not likely to get into tearing all this stuff out tonight or the next couple days. So what I'm going to do is just before I tear into this, I'm going to hit every rusted bolt I can find with some WD-40. That way, hopefully by the time I do get around to taking this apart, it's going to be that much easier. Oh, they even used aluminum rivets. They even used rivets. I am so proud of the previous owners. I really am. That was so fun. So at this point, every single bolt and screw that I could find on this boat has been hit with some WD-40. That way, this can sit, penetrate, hopefully break up any rust. So when I start disassembling everything, it just makes it that much easier. All right, I am excited. Let's get started on demolition. First thing I want to do is get these floors out and then just get everything that's attached to the boat all around it off it. That way the boat can be prepped and ready for paint. Let's see what's hiding underneath these floors. First thing I'm happy to see is that it wasn't treated plywood. So I'm not seeing any corrosion under here. I do see a pole light, so that's nice to have. But I'm not seeing no cracked ribs, no missing rivets, and no corrosion. This is a really good start. I'm gonna get this anchor trolley disassembled and off the boat. This is definitely going back on the boat, but probably not in this location. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get this out of the way. All right, got that out. Seems to be in really good condition, so I'm definitely going to be hanging on to this. All right, so I'm assuming this is installed similar to a trolling motor mount, where I got to take these side pieces off to get access to the mounting plate. I'm telling you, hitting everything with a WD the day before you do this really helps out. Maybe I'll just undo these 2 bolts here. That should give me access to everything. Okay. Getting deeper. There we go. I honestly, some kind of trolling motor mount. Oh, these are going to be a pain. Nope, stripped it out. All right, these are going to get drilled out. Okay, and victory. All right, so last but not least for the front deck here, hopefully this comes out nice and easy. Which it did. Fantastic. Cut this off. Honestly, not in the worst condition. A little bit of pitting on the cheap chrome, but maybe repaint it black. Might be cool. Wonder if it works. All right, now I'm gonna see what I can do with this tape here. This is I don't know what kind of tape this is, but it's got great adhesion, but it's leaving a ton of residue behind. Found a nice hole here. Looks like it's been epoxied in some way. Be drilling that out and probably filling it with a rivet. I do like this little side mount here. It's a shame it's not aluminum. See, it's getting all rusty, so it's gonna come out. Gonna need to cut these wires at some point, so let's just keep doing the wiring, and then we'll be able to get to the back end of the wires and hopefully pull it all out that way. Yeah, there we go. There we go. I did keep the wiring, seemed to be in good condition, no corrosion on the wiring, so I'm also going to hang on to that plate if I feel like refinishing it and maybe painting it and using it again. Now we got pretty much the front area completely done. All the wiring's out, all the wiring's out here. It's a jumbled tangle of wiring here. It's all got to get trashed when I take this thing out here. So let's go ahead and take this middle floor out and see what's hiding under there. Well, no goodies, but I don't appear to see any surprises either, so I'll take it. Okay, well, not much else to do here. Move on down to the back, see what we got. Okay. Oh, looks Nice little inline fuse. I like that. Still looks good. Okay, this is definitely getting the trash, but gonna keep the fuse. Okay, so we got the back floor out. Got ourselves a wing nut, safety chain for the motor, safety chain for drain plug. We got a drain plug, that's good. Again, no surprises, but no goodies. All right, so the last thing I'm trying to get off is this plate here. Most of the bolts come off pretty easy, but there's a couple that are stuck. I'm just trying to wedge a screwdriver in here to get some leverage so the bolt turns without, or so the nut turns without the bolt. There we go. I just got one more on this side. Come on. There we go. Okay, not too bad. Bunch of corrosion under it, so maybe these are good to come out. Let's see if this is aluminum or not. Yeah, it's aluminum. Okay. All right, so it looks like this plate's gonna have to come out to get these bolts out either way. I may reuse the plate because that is some really nice, not only aluminum plate, but some really nice reinforcement for the seat pedestals. So hopefully these screws just come out. I've had them sitting in WD. Very nice. Perfect. Well, I'm just gonna go ahead and see if I can run them all out. All right, so at this point, the boat has been completely disassembled. I got a pretty good collection of stainless hardware that's either not rusted at all or just a little bit that can definitely be reused. I've taken off the 2 reinforcement plates for the seat positions and the seat mounts. I'm definitely going to be reusing these. I just got to think about how I'm going to tie it in. I am planning on doing EVA foaming throughout the entire boat this time, so I'm not sure how I want to incorporate that with the plates here. So at this point, the last thing I need to do is vacuum this all out and see what I'm working with. All right, guys, well, here it is. It has now been fully disassembled and vacuumed out. Overall, I think it's looking like a pretty good platform to build on. The only surprise that I found was right in that corner under the rib. There's a bit of epoxy or some kind of sealant on the underside of the boat. I don't know if there's a leak over there or if it's like a crack or something on the side. I'm gonna have to investigate that a little bit further, but overall it doesn't seem very bad. And then right here, there's a hole that was plugged. Looks like maybe they drilled through it on the side here. That'll be super easy to fix. Over there, that should be super easy to fill. Hopefully it's not an issue, but aside from that, we have a really killer platform to work on. One thing that I'm really surprised at is that how wide the front of the boat is. On the last 1436 I had, it narrowed really hard going towards the front, and this stayed pretty wide towards the front here. So I'm thinking that's gonna lead to a lot of extra stability. Well, that's all I have for you guys this video. In the next video, I'm going to be taking it out of the garage, power washing it down, checking for leaks, sealing up any rivets we find, and getting on to the next prep. All right, well, if you guys found this helpful, don't forget to let me know by hitting that like button. If you want to see more videos like this and all the cool stuff I got coming up for this Jon Boat, don't forget to subscribe, and thanks for watching.